is a webinar, but I also like to see this as a workshop. So thank you everybody for commenting.
And you remember, guys, that you can. Oh, Christopher had his hand up. Do you want me to take his to unmute him? Oh no, it's down. Okay, probably all those comments were already from enough. Okay, so in future I will remember to look at your hands, guys. Okay.
Great, thank you, Vera.
No problem.
So let's jump in for the presentation today. So we've worked with thousands of small businesses over the years, both in consulting at the SBDC as well as in my own organization. And here's what we've learned. Okay, so in order to grow a business, you need more revenue. This is probably the most basic thing that can be said. But when it comes to marketing, us marketers have kind of muddied the waters and made this point not as clear. And so I just want to bring it back to the basics, right? So believe it or not, there's only 4 ways to increase your revenue. You can, number 1, increase the number of customers, which is the predominant, like basically majority of us, what we try to do every day. We try to get new customers, acquire more people into our business. But there's actually 3 other ways that people don't consider and focus their time on. And that's increasing the average order value, that's increasing the frequency of transactions per customer, or simply just raising your prices. Those are the 4 main ways to increase revenue. And you can see all my sources will be noted down below for everybody. So we're going to give it the presentation slides as well as the recording after this concludes. But yeah, so these are the 4 main ways. Most of the people focus on number 1, but today I really want to get into the other 3, and it's simply because of this point. So did you know that it costs an average of 5 to 25 times more to get a new customer than to simply keep an existing one? And this is done by a Harvard Business Review case study. 5 to 25 times more expensive to get a new customer. And with everything going on in the world right now, the state of the economy, with all those everything going on, we really need to create a system. This is about customer retention, right? Retention is greater than acquisition. And I know that a lot of you are interested in the acquisition as well. I don't want to completely disregard that. There are other presentations and other webinars for acquisition in the future. This today is not one of them. So today we're going to be focused on retention, retaining customers, remarketing to existing clients, clientele, prospects in your database, and basically getting them to either 1 or 2, increase the average order value. So when they buy something on your website, they check out, increasing that, like if you're on Amazon, right? Customers who bought this are also interested in X, Y, and Z. So increasing the number of products and services that they buy from you at once, that's the average order value. Or number 3, increasing the frequency of transactions. So the amount of times that customers purchase from you. Maybe they only purchase from you once or twice every year now. Maybe they have only purchased your products or services once in their life. What if you can get that same person or the same customer who you've already sold to, who already likes your product or services, that likes you as a person for your company? What if you can just tap into them and remind them that you exist, remind them that your organization exists, and you offer these amazing products. Sometimes that's just all it takes, all that we need to do, just reminding people that we exist, that we're here, and yeah, don't forget about us, because people have busy lives, and your business, unfortunately, is not the most important thing in your customers' lives. So retention is greater than acquisition. And now let's get into the meat and potatoes, as I like to call it, for the webinar. It's time to craft our offer for our existing customer avatar. So this is a process that I want to take you through, kind of like the standard the SOP, standard operating procedure for us internally, how we craft our offers and create our email campaigns for our clients, for ourselves. And then I want to turn the tables over to you guys and have you utilize this model, this procedure, and build it out for your own company. So that's really what I want to do in this workshop webinar for today. Show you guys the ropes, show you how to craft the perfect offer for your email campaign, and then give you an actionable piece of a resource so that you can start implementing today. And by the end of this presentation, this webinar, I want everybody to walk away with a finished, complete email campaign ready to send out to your list of existing customers and prospects, right? Who wouldn't want to do that, right? So let's jump into how we can create our perfect offer. So first we need to ask ourselves the questions, why do your customers buy, right? So this is made up of two different points. This is the customer avatar, so who they are as a customer, their demographics, what's their age, their gender predominantly, what's their location. I know a lot of us, most of us are local businesses in the New Jersey tri-state area, so location has to be in the proximity of where we're at. What's their marital status? You know, are they married? Do they have kids? Are they educated? Do they have higher education, college education? What's their income level? What's their occupation, right? Who was it? Charles, with your dessert business, you said you were targeting higher income individuals. So this is all really important information to know on who our customer avatar is, who we're speaking to when we write out these emails. So it's really beneficial to have just a list or a description of a person. It can actually be, this is a little hack as well. You can actually just take one of your existing customers that you're already working with and say, you know, Charles, you know, this man, he's married, has 2 kids, his income level is this, his education is this, his occupation is this, and kind of like taking one of your customers already and breaking them down and identifying what are the similarities, what are the common trends between the majority of your customer base. This will help us find more customer avatars just like them. So once we have that description written out, then we can start to ask deeper questions. Once we have a context on who they are, now we can ask the question, why do they buy from us? And so here's some questions that I like to ask myself whenever I'm writing a piece of copy or writing out a marketing campaign or a social media advertisement, is who do they listen to? Are they, you know, are they right wing? Are they left wing? Conservative, liberal? Are they, you know, listening to, I don't know, the Wall Street Journal? Do they listen to CNBC? What forms of media, what forms of, or influencers or people on Instagram are they consuming, and who do they listen to, and what do they talk about, right? What motivates them to buy your product or service? What keeps them up at night? What pleasure or pain are they seeking to get or relieve? You know, it's funny. A lot of the times I sit down with small business owners and, you know, I ask them these questions and they really don't have a great answer. You know, it's vitally important that we answer these questions so that we can build this into our campaigns and speak to the reasons why they're buying our products. You know, they don't take out their wallets and their credit cards and hand over their cash to us just for any reason, right? They're looking to solve a very specific challenge in their life, or they're looking to gain a pleasure. So they're looking to move towards pleasure or move away from pain through our products and services. So this is really good information to kind of write down and keep in the back of your head as you go through this process. But just know that each one of your customers are trying to do something, whether it's move towards pleasure, like eat a great dessert, or move away the pains of being a terrible student by using tutoring services, Christopher, or using a health coach. And I also want to point out that moving away from pain is a bigger drive, a bigger motivating factor than it is to move towards pleasure. So I talk about this a lot. It's always easier to motivate someone to move away from pain than it is to gain pleasure. Like, if I remember this example, if someone, ran into your house at 2 o'clock in the morning and was screaming, hey, check, someone's trying to rob your, you'd probably be mad at them. But if they were saying like, oh, like someone's trying to rob your car, someone's trying to break into your car, that is an immediate pain that you need to solve, and you need to address that right away. So what are the pains, what are the pleasures that your customers are dealing with, and how does your solution solve that for them? Okay, so once we have an understanding of who they are and why they buy, now we can start to list out a list of possible offers. Okay, so these offers are, pretty standard, but you can take them and kind of reverse engineer them for your own business and your own products and services. So possible offers could be something like new product release. We have this great new product or service that we just started. Would love for you to try it out. That could be an email blast. Another email blast could be something relevant to the current season, the current climate, right? Fall season special offer, right? Or something like a challenge, right? Lose 7 pounds in 30 days with this challenge, right? Everybody loves a great challenge. So these are just listing out offers and potential ways to kind of like hook people into what we're doing, the products and services that you offer. Another one could be a free consultation call to talk about this really important big thing that's happening in your industry. It could be a resource, an article, a seminar training like this. It could be a free Facebook group community, or it could be a new customer testimonial, how Chris overcame this with your product, insert product or service here. Or you could be simply asking for a review or referral. Hey, I saw that you bought from us. Thank you very much for doing that. If you loved our service just as much as we loved providing you with the service, we would love for you to give us an honest review or tell someone, friend or family member that you know. So these are possible offers, and the list can go on and on. But I just want to kind of get you guys going with some ideas that have worked in the past. So let's start to put it all together now. So putting it all together, let's say, for example, you own a restaurant, and we'll get more relevant to all you guys after this. But let's just say, for the sake of example, you own a restaurant. You have a list of restaurant customers who come to your restaurant and signed up for email or have bought from you in the past. So this demographic of people would probably need an offer, something like this. So vegan women, these are some possible offers based on the previous slide. So it could be like a new vegan smoothie, a fall season special, get 20% off your order of $30 or more, a challenge of losing like 5 pounds in 30 days with this vegan meal plan. So we're starting to kind of like take the template and start to position it for your brand and for your company using your customer avatar. And so this type of people, this demographic, would be very differently influenced, and you need a different offer than, let's say, you're targeting like gym bros, right? So a gym bro offer could be something like new, healthy, delicious meat entree to build your physique, new fall season special, get 20% off your order, $50 or more, gain 5 pounds of muscle in X days with this tasty diet. So you kind of get the point. So it's basically understanding who you're talking to, and the offer, while it is the same core offer, it's different. It's a different presentation altogether. It's a different offer based on who they are and what they're looking for. So yeah, just start to kind of think on, and this fall season one, really important, being relevant to what's going on in the industry, in the current climate, what's going on economically or politically. Being relevant is a really great way to create these content pieces, because I know it's hard. It's difficult to create content, and I want to be empathetic towards that. It's very hard to create content consistently, but if we can start to list all of these out, and then just so for example, you could do each holiday, each US major holiday is a great opportunity for all of you to be relevant for that holiday and kind of put yourself back in the game and show and you know, reach out to your customer base. So for example, let's see, Halloween's coming up. Halloween, great opportunity. You know, even if your business is the furthest thing from Halloween, you can still wish people a happy Halloween. You can still, as you know, as long as they celebrate it and it's relevant for your tribe, your group of people, your customers, as long as it's relevant to them, it's all fair game. So simply saying happy Halloween, and you know, from all of us at your organization or company, wishing you a great Halloween this year. Something like that, just to get yourself out there, just to, again, tap on their shoulder and remind them of who you are and what you do, and be relevant, because people like this type of stuff. You know, Panera Bread emails me every single holiday, you know, and it's great. Also, you could also do this for birthdays. So I know some of you, if you're capturing emails right now on your customer base, asking them what their birthday is to send them special incentives, special gifts on their birthday is an excellent way to be top of mind for your customer, especially on their special day, right? Who doesn't love their birthday? It's their one day of the year that they can basically have that celebration for themselves. So that is a great key nugget as well. So now I want to jump into this Google Doc that I drafted up. Okay, so this is a template, an email remarketing template. So this is a series of 7 emails that we send out over the course of 2 to 3 weeks, and this is our standard operating procedure. Whenever we're creating a new email campaign for our own organization, whether we're doing it for clients, this is the same template we use every single time. So I actually want to gift this. I want to give this to all of you guys on the call today. So in order to download this template that you're going to be using in a few minutes here, I want you to simply go to this link. So open up a new tab on your computer, if you're watching this on a computer or a tablet, and go to bit.ly/sbdc-email. Again, that link is
I'm gonna put it in the chat so they click on it there.
Perfect. So once you click on this, it'll come to this page where you'll be able to create a copy of the document that I'm going to show you right now.
Chris, can you go back one slide?
Sure.
bit.ly/sbdc.
Yeah, and let me know if anybody's having issues with getting to this link or downloading the email template. Let me know when that's pasted in there, Vera.
I missed something?
Oh, you sent it to them?
Yeah, it's in the chat. Can you check? I think.
Oops. I don't think I can see the chat actually.
You should be, because you're in.
I do see the chat. Yeah, I see the link that you posted. Yeah. So when you open this link, thank you, Vera.
Okay.
When you open this link, you'll be able to copy this document. So just click the button, make a copy on Google Docs. It's basically like Word. So it's just the same thing as Microsoft Word. So you'll be able to make a copy, and then it'll basically be a copy of this SBDC email remarketing template. And now I want to quickly go through this template, and we can start breaking this down and help understand why this works. So as you can see, there's a list of 7, but you don't have to stop there. You can go on further. Email number 1, and then there's also dates and times when to send this out as well, and a good email cadence, email schedule. So the format of this template is, so here's the table of contents. You can quickly jump to each email by clicking the table of contents here. Obviously, this is created for one of our brands, one of our client accounts. So we have to change up the content completely, but not completely replace all the content. We can still use the same recipe and the same formula and the template here. So each email that you see will come with a little description of the email. So each email will come with a description, it'll come with a subject line, and it'll come with a body, right? So the description is really important to hone in here and to understand. So let's break this down for each of these emails real quick. So email number 1, you really want to congratulate them on taking action, and you want to re-emphasize the value of the end benefit of purchasing your product or service. So what does that mean? So basically, congratulate them on taking action. Let's say they just signed up with you. They're excited. Sending this out, shooting this over to them in an email is kind of like the best way to set up that relationship, that customer relationship for success, right? So for this example, for this template, we're using Solar as the product or service, but you can cater this content based on your business. So congratulate them on taking action, like becoming a tutoring student, you know, working with your employment agency as a client, working with your design studio, or even requesting for information. As a party rental service, maybe they requested a free quote. You can say, you know, thank you for requesting a free quote. You're eligible to, you know, have for the party rental thing. Yeah, so all of these businesses and industries, I have to take a few minutes to kind of like think on each one, but yeah, they all have their own nuances and contexts built in. So I can't really do this for you guys. We can definitely have a consultation call, a one-on-one, to kind of break this down even further, but I just want to provide you with a general resource, the general template that's working for us and several clients already. So the subject line re-emphasizes the description, and then the body re-emphasizes the subject line and description once again. So first name, you're eligible to start saving with Solar. So congratulate them on taking action. You did it. You've taken the first step towards Solar and saving hundreds of dollars on your utility bill. You should feel really good about taking this first step. Most people never even get to this decision. It's really sad because there's awesome reasons for going solar over the next few weeks. We're going to be sending you out some of those reasons so that you can also learn about the benefits of solar. So to break this down, the body is secondary to the subject line. The most important piece of any email campaign is a good subject line. Because if they don't open it, they're not going to even read the body of the email if they don't even open the email. So the first goal is to get them to actually open the email, and the only way you can do that is having compelling subject lines to influence them to open it. So really, our first goal here is to have winning subject lines that have a good open rate. What is a good open rate? It varies from industry to industry. I've seen people have all the way up to 60, 70, 80% open rates on their email campaigns. I would say if you're below 20%, it's probably not a good subject line, and you should try to you should experiment and try to switch things up. So use 20% as a benchmark. Obviously, we want to get that number, that open rate up as high as possible, especially for this customer list. So email number 1 is congratulating them on taking action, and then reminding them of the value that you provide to them from your product. So yeah, subject line is the most important thing. Over index on the subject line, focus most of your attention on that, and focus less attention on the body of the email. Really just what I would suggest is start replacing the word solar with your keywords and kind of editing it for your product or service. You can even cut some of the stuff out. So if you haven't already watched this video presentation, this is not going to apply to you. You don't have a video, or if you do, you can place a link here, but you can take this part out. This is your copy. This is your template. So you can delete that. On the first email, this is just a little tip. On the first email, I like to be less salesy in my approach and more value-based. So really just congratulating them, reminding them of what they signed up for and what they're looking to get, to kind of like set their expectations. And then I don't even put a call to action until the very last line, as you can see. So I say, be on the lookout for that. See you tomorrow. Chris from Green Energy Savings. PS, if you want to speak with a solar specialist right now, just click here to fill out the contact form and get connected. So that's a little trick for the email number 1, is to kind of set up the relationship in a value-based manner where they don't feel like you're trying to sell them on the first date, right? You're not trying to propose marriage to them on the first date, right? You're kind of taking your time with it. You're setting up the relationship, and yeah, that's the intention for the first email. So again, subject line is the most important thing. Let's move on to email number 2. So this is the next day in the morning, and it's selling the benefit. It's selling the value of the benefit So let me break down what that description means a little bit, and then you can start catering it for your own business. So the benefit of solar is a reduced electricity monthly payment. That's one of the main benefits, right? But what's the benefit of a reduced monthly electricity bill? Like what is the benefit of that? The benefit is that they'll have more money in their pockets at the end of the month to invest into other things, like vacations, or going out to nice restaurants, taking their family out to Disneyland, or go on a cruise, or just have less stress, less marital issues, less money issues. That's the benefit of the benefit, right? So I know we're getting kind of meta here, but just to bring it back down to real life. So what's a good subject line for this description, for this type of email? And as you can see, as we can start to get into the other emails, all this is broken down based on psychology, and all these email templates have been kind of tested and crafted based on psychological triggers. So the subject line for this one is never stress about paying your electricity bills again. Do this instead, right? So it's speaking to that description of the email. It's speaking to the value of the benefit of the benefit. So how can you set this up for your own business? So think about your own business. What's stress? What's the benefit that they get out of party rentals or the Break Stuff New Jersey, right? You definitely, the benefit of that, at least I think, would be reducing stress, getting out your frustrations, your aggravations in a positive, healthy way, right? And fun as well, right? So reduce stress, reduce damage on your own, important stuff in your house, in your car, take it out on the stuff at Break Stuff New Jersey. So that's kind of like an example of selling the benefit of the benefit. We can read more into the email bodies as well, but I want to be, for the sake of time, really focused more on the subject line, because again, nothing else matters unless you have a good subject line. I would even say, like, I would say quickly draft up the email body, but the emphasis here is on speed. The late Steve Jobs, I believe he said this. He said, if you're not at least a little bit embarrassed of your first product, you've waited too long to release it, right? So we want to not be in a hurry, but we want to use speed and kind of test as we go. We don't know what subject lines are going to work, what emails are going to work, or which ones are going to flop, right? We've paid multiple hundreds of dollars for copywriters and email copy people to come in and create emails for us, and we thought that this was going to be the best email ever, and it ended up flopping. While the email that I quickly wrote up just on the bus or public transport, that can do better than something you feel like you invested so much into. So at the end of the day, the market decides whether or not a piece of content is good. They decide whether the open rates are high or low, and they decide whether or not they're going to read your emails. So this is a very iterative process that I want to take you guys through. So that's email number 2. Email number 3 is, so we send out this email 2 days after the last email, and this is selling the cost of inaction. Okay. So what happens if they don't move forward with your service or products? What happens if they miss out on this opportunity? Right? Again, going back to the psychological trigger, pain is a lot more of a motivating factor than pleasure is. So if you can frame your product and service in kind of like a way that, like, fear of missing out, right? Everybody has FOMO, fear of missing out. If you can frame your products, your service as an opportunity that they don't want to miss out on, or use scarcity, use ethically, of course, we want to be always truthful and ethical with our customers and everybody. But yeah, if you only have the capacity to take on 10 more insurance clients this month, then that is your limit. That's your capacity. So being honest and truthful, but also putting in their minds that you can only take on X number of clients, X number of customers. You only have 100 units left in store. You only have this many products in supply. Being truthful and honest about that, and then regurgitating that into an email campaign is really important for this email. So selling the cost of inaction. So basically you can say, wait, this special program is expiring, or I think the enrollment period for insurance is ending soon as well. I'm not in that industry, so I don't really know, but yeah, you can use these scarcity tactics, and you can also use just motivating them by fear of missing out. That's basically the premise behind email number 3. Okay, moving steadily along here, and you all should be just jotting down notes here. We're not going to be writing out the full emails, but we can jot down some notes, go through this email list, and then we can break into an interactive discussion workshop setting. I'll stop talking, and you guys can write down your 7 subject lines for these 7 emails here. Okay, email number 4, sending out this email 1 day after the last email. So why now, right? And as you can see, we're taking them through a process here. we're hitting on different subjects on each email, and we're kind of taking them down a series of psychological questions. So why now? Why is it the best time to invest in your home right now? Why is it the best time to do X, Y, and Z right now? Thinking about those questions, maybe your rates are increasing. Maybe the season is ending and you won't be able to do this in the winter season, right? Winter is right around the corner. Winter is coming soon. So lock in your rates now, get this offer while it still lasts in the fall season. So that's the basic premise of email number 4, reinforcing the idea of why it's important that they take action right now, okay? So here's the body of it, 4 reasons why it's the best time. And some of these are short. Some of these emails are short, some of them are long. Long emails work, short emails work, medium emails work. It doesn't really matter about the length of the email. What matters is getting them to open it. Number 1, high open rates, at least 20%, if not 30, 40, 50% open rates. So that's what's important, getting them to open it, and then getting them to take the next step in the sales process. Whatever your sales process looks like, whatever you want them to do, having a clear call to action throughout these emails is vitally important as well. Okay, so number 5, sending this out 2 days after last email. Why you? Demonstrate your USP. USP is unique selling proposition. So what is your unique selling proposition? Why you out of all the other competitors in your space, right? So that's basically what they're asking themselves at this time. So my subject line for this one is, who is the best solar provider in your area? And this email subject line works well because at this point, after receiving 4 emails about why it's the best time, the fear of missing out, what happens if they don't do it now, after going through all this, solar is in their mind. They're thinking about it, and now they're just trying to decide on who is the right person to go solar with. So that's why this email comes in at this perfect time. It's kind of like answering that question for them. Who is the best solar provider? And kind of placing yourself there. So yeah, this one is easy. You could just say, who is the best car dealership in your area? Who's the best convenience store? Just really tailoring it for your business, okay? And then if you reading a little bit about this, kind of like throwing rocks at the competitors and saying, that why you're better, what your unique selling proposition is, why you should go with you as opposed to all the other competitors out there. All right, email number 6, just finishing up here. So send this out 2 days after the last email. And this email 6 is all about the process and the ease of process and the speed of results. So we want to make it as easy as possible for our customers to buy from us. Okay, so we want to make it as easy as possible for them. We want them to understand the process. A lot of these people, myself included, we all have these considerations and resistances. And one of them is, what's the next step? How do I move? Okay, this is a good idea. I'm already agreeing with you. I want to do your service. I want to choose you as the service provider. I don't want to choose any other competitors. I want to work with you. I want this, but now what's the next step here? How do I convey to them? How do I communicate that it's, we have a process for you. It's an easy process and it's simple. So for this subject line, schedule a virtual solar consultation in just 3 easy steps. Okay, so it's kind of answering that question in their minds already with the subject line. So for you, it could be schedule a consultation, a free consultation in 3 easy steps. And here's where you can list out a form a Calendly link. You can put your calendar, or you could just place your phone number as well. Okay, so scheduling a quick call if that's the next step in your sales process. And then emails 7+. So email number 7 until infinity. Case studies, testimonials, customer reviews, and any proof or positive experiences that past customers or prospects have had with your products and services, right? So this is just reinforcing them, and you can do this indefinitely, right? So I'd say 7, but you can really do it 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, as many emails to follow up in this process as you want. So for this one, you really want to use a real case study from your experience and document and provide them the case study of that experience for their customer. So at this point, they're already interested. They know the process. Now it's just getting them, pushing them over the fence and getting them to make that next decision, that decision to move forward in the process with you. And sometimes they just need that social proof. They just need to know that it's worked for other people. Whenever I go to a restaurant, I check out Google reviews or Yelp, right? So just understanding that they have good food, good atmosphere, and seeing that other people had a good experience there is enough to kind of push them over the edge and to get them set up on the next part of the sales process with you guys. Okay, and that's it. That is the 7 emails remarketing template for you guys. And now I want to open this up for discussion. So as I said, this is an interactive process. This is a workshop that I want you all to walk away from here with at least 1 email ready to go so that you can send it out this weekend. Ideally, speed is the most important thing. Even if you're not ready, even if it's not perfect, it's never going to be perfect. So trust me on this. We want to definitely send this out as quickly as possible to our list and iterate, right? It's never going to be perfect. So we're going to basically see what's working and what's not working and change and iterate based on the results of this campaign and past email campaigns that you've done already. So what I would like to do now is I'd like to just open up the floor for questions, discussion, and also give you guys some time to start writing out the first.
Partly there's 5 months. You are okay.
I'm sorry, I unmuted her. I apologize for that.
Yeah, sorry, Vera, I didn't see your question. I didn't see your comment here. You said you want to ask questions?
Yeah, Anne has a question and she's been trying to get her questions through. So I unmuted her. She didn't type it. She just wanted to speak directly to you. Regarding the chat, sending anything to Chris in the real time while we're on the call here is not really an option. You can send it through me and I'll copy it to him because I'm the host, he's the presenter, or yeah, that's how it works. Sorry. Okay, we're moving on to the other questions. And the next question was from Susie. Would these email templates work for the first outreach to prospective clients?
The first outreach to prospective clients. This is for people who already expressed interest in your products or services or signed up for getting more information, requesting more information for your business. This is less on the cold prospecting and more so on the retention side of things.
Okay. The next question is from Christopher. What tool for email would you recommend to do this?
Great question. Great question, Christopher. I wanted to get right into this. So we've used, I feel like nearly every email software by now. We've used Constant Contact, MailChimp, ActiveCampaign, we've used a bunch of different email softwares. What we found works best is our email tool that we use is GoHighLevel. So I actually wanted to present this for all of you that stayed onto the call until the very end here. You can actually get a 30-day free trial with us and launch your very first email campaign with this software. You can also go directly to their website and do it yourself, but if you wanted that kind of like hands-on approach, yeah, you can get a 14-day free trial with them. But if you want to go with us and get that kind of like personalized sort of consultative help with this, I can help you walk through how to set this up, how to create your email campaigns, and yeah, it's a really easy tool for anybody who's not technical like I am. So it's GoHighLevel if you want to sign up directly. If not, feel free to get in touch with me and I can help you get set up for that 30-day free trial to launch your first email campaign. You can do that by going to calendly.com/Chris Shaw/SBDC. And I'll post that in chat right here. Organizers and panel.
Choose everyone, yeah. And a tip to you, now you can respond back to Chris and only select privately. Oh.
So I just posted in the comments. I don't know if everybody's getting it because
no, you only got it. You don't have a choice to send it to everyone.
I don't. I only have organizers, panelists.
Sorry for that. Okay, I'm gonna post for everyone.
Okay.
Here you go, guys.
Thank you, Vera.
No
yeah,
problem.
so just click on that and feel free to schedule a one-on-one consultation with me. I can help you guys get this email template set up and how to use this email software. Or if you're already using MailChimp, Constant Contact, ActiveCampaign, one of those, yeah, all good. Those are fine options as well.
Okay. So the next question is from Shomo. Hi, Shomo. Thank you for joining us. So Shomo is asking, I'm wondering how to adapt this for my Alignable Alliance networking gathering.
How to use this for the Alignable networking gathering?
It means like an email invitation template. That's what it is, right? If it's a gathering. Shomo, you want to be unmuted? Let me find him. Good morning, Shomo.
Hey, Chris. Great presentation. Thanks, Vera.
Thank you. Yeah.
So the question is really how could we adopt this, apply it on event registrations and stuff. I think a lot of it is highly relevant over there too, like even in those situations. So if there, for example, if there is an event manager in the group who has a venue and who has like a set number of so many networking meetings and stuff. So it's not really a product. It's more like it becomes more like a service. But
Yep.
then I think I have more or less answered my questions. But go ahead and take a swipe at it if you want to.
Yeah, so Shoma, I would say this is perfect for remarketing to the people who are already joined your group or expressed interest in joining your group on Alignable.
Correct.
So
someone who has been coming to say these meetings for several sessions, so there would already be a list of people who are attending. So retention from that perspective is getting them to come to the next one.
Getting them to come to the next one. Okay, understood. Yeah, so getting them to come to the next one would be a one-off email. It would be kind of just saying like, hey, we have this event it's at this venue. We're going to be discussing XYZ, how to use Alignable to grow your business. That would be sort of a one-off. template that you can use for all future events. What this is used for, this remarketing email template, this is used for getting them to take the next step towards a sale for your business. So once they join the group or once they get on the email list, how do you get that person to the next step of the sales process to work with them as a paying client? Does that make sense?
Yeah, that does definitely make sense. But even in the other case, it is like a lot of the things that you have mentioned, like the fear of missing out, the benefit of the benefit, all of it really applies. Like if you are here, you get to meet other businesses, end your isolation, solve all your problems together. Or fear of missing out is that like you will forever, you are going to be continuing to be able trying to solve your sales problems, whatever problems you have, all alone. So a lot of these are very relevant, and I like the structure that you have over here. I'll be using it for my
Yeah.
presentations.
Yeah, absolutely. So you can kind of take each sentiment, each description, and test it for your future events. So maybe the next event you can use selling the value of the benefit of the benefit.
Right.
And trying out that one, and then the next, or you could do a series of emails for that one event.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Especially
totally.
the ones which are recurring events, and like a lot of like a lot of organizers have ticketed events, like paid events. You need to have become a member or something like
Yeah.
that. So it's also it's not that it is always free. So
Yeah.
thank you. Thanks.
Yeah. Great. Thank you, Shoma. Great comment, great question. And yeah, I want to reiterate something. Once you have this template for your business set up, whether you're doing hosting events or it's for a sales consultation that you're creating this template for, once you have it built out once, you can use this on repeat for forever, for your business. As long as you have the same products and services, you can constantly reuse the same template and not have to change it around all too much. So yeah, definitely use this for the events, Stromo, and let me know which email works best.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay, Shama, let's move to the next question. Thank you, guys. The next question is from Anwar. He missed the first part of the session. Will you be offering a recording? What do you think, Chris? Can we accommodate that?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, and what about the slides?
Slides I will send over as well. So after this presentation,
Thank you.
they have to do this questionnaire, and then they'll get
Yeah. Okay, sounds good. Okay, Warsha, what service can be used for email blast to send out to 2,000 or 3,000 customers with some context? So it's a mass email blast. What tool? I guess he's asking what vendor, what mass email vendor is best to use for this type of email campaigns.
Yeah. So for the blasts, I'm pretty impartial. I've used a few different ones, and I really feel like Go High Level is the best one. You can, if you're looking for, I don't know if MailChimp changed this, but I believe MailChimp had a free plan up to 2,000 contacts, if I'm not mistaken. So if it's a very small email list that you want to blast out and you just want to test it, I would say try MailChimp as like a starting point. But once you kind of like, free starts at $0 a month, and you can send out 2,500 per month. So if you're looking for something free that's easy to use, and you just want to test it out, I would recommend MailChimp. If you're at the point where you want to do this consistently, and you want to kind of like a system that can work for you like sustainably, I would say Go High Level would be the best option.
Right, and we at the SBDCs. We use Constant Contact. Again, we're not promoting any particular brand or vendor here, just sharing our experience. The Constant Contact has easy to use templates. That's what I like about them. I don't know, and I'm sure they have a free trial. I don't think if they have a free subscription package. I'm not sure about that. Never researched that part of them. Okay, you're checking.
Yeah.
But I know they definitely have a free month. You see there, right? It's a free month. You can get a taste of that by using it for a month. We use it. It's fine by us. But I'm sure there are tools with other features that may be more fitting your particular business, your particular target, your audience, right?
Definitely.
Right.
Yeah.
So Anwar is also asking how you build a database, an email database for a new business.
Yeah. Great question. Sorry, who was that again?
Anwar.
Anwar, yes, great question. So in today's presentation, we really covered the retention side of things, but in future presentations, we'll be going over acquisition, how to build up your email list using paid ads and different mediums such as that. I don't have I have this calendar, but I don't know when the next acquisition, how to get your first customer online for your small business. Is that one? Is that me? Might be.
I'm gonna tell you right now where you're coming up on my calendar. Yes, how to create a blast to promote your business. That's October 14th. Chris?
Yeah, I see how to create a text blast.
October 14th.
Yeah, October 14th. But how to get your first customer online for your small business?
It's October 28th.
That's October 28th. That's going to cover more of the retention side of things that you're looking for more.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Or if you want to just if you don't want to wait, you can always just schedule a consultation with me, and then we can discuss one-on-one about that. Thank you for your question, Omar. Anybody else? Anybody else?
Yes, David, as you build a database, could or should you send out a form or like a unsubscribe form? Yeah, you definitely should have that in the bottom of your email. That's a good practice.
Correct.
It's a must practice. Yep.
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah, so these are simply just the bodies for the email, but whenever you post them into these email softwares, they have their own compliance unsubscribe links that are added, whether you're using MailChimp or Constant Contact or Go High Level, they'll be added in. Most of them do automatically. So
yeah. That's the beauty of using tools, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you send something out of your email independently, outside of a tool, just using your Outlook or using your Gmail account or your website email account, then you have to add that specific link for people to let you unsubscribe.
Yeah.
If they feel that they don't need to hear anything anymore from you.
That's a great point, Vera. Thanks for bringing that up.
Okay. So David is good. Let me see if anybody's hand is up. By the way, Anne's hand was up, but she actually had a question for me. Anwar, you have your hand up. I'm unmuting you. Go ahead, unmute yourself. You good? Go ahead. Oh, click again on the microphone. Anwar?
Okay, yeah, I got it. Yeah. Okay. So my other question was that are we getting a recording of this, because I missed first good, I think 30-40 minutes of the
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, you will, Anwar. Everybody will receive once this meeting concludes, you'll be given a link to fill out a questionnaire, I believe, Vera. And then once you do that, you'll be given the recording and the webinar slides.
Okay.
Yeah, that is correct.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Okay. I just I see some people are worrying. Just because you see your name on the screen with your email listed or anything, doesn't mean anybody else sees it, okay? I just want to make sure the way the GoToWebinar is set up, nobody sees your other attendees' names, okay? Okay. So I think we're done with questions. Oh, Christopher, thank you. For a rule-based system, I can't really understand. I think this question misses something, this comment. System, if this, then send this.
Yep. Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah. Yeah, Christopher, so great question on that. So what Christopher is asking is about advanced email automation tactics. So he's saying if they open up email number 3, then send them email number 6. Or if they schedule a sales consultation with you, don't send them out any further emails. So these automation techniques are easy to implement in the software that I use, GoHighLevel. I think Constant Contact or Mailchimp might have a version of that, although I can't remember if they do or not. But yeah, if you're looking to set up if-then statements for your email automation, I would highly suggest a GoHighLevel type of email software to use.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Christopher. Anybody else with any questions before we conclude for today?
Another question from Christopher again. Do you like high level for complex processes like this example? You get this email if you do this. What tool is best for this?
Yes, that's why I like GoHighLevel. So with GoHighLevel, you can set up different email automations based on where they are in the sales process. So if they're just, finding out about you through a webinar, then send out the webinar email sequence. If they're, if they're a customer and they pay the invoice, then send them the customer paid the invoice email sequence, or like a review campaign, referral campaign. So yeah, that is why I like GoHighLevel personally, because we have different ways that people can get in touch with us, whether it's on our website, the form. So you can have a website form email automation sequence. You can have an email sequence, if someone comes from social media, right?
Through Facebook, right? I see them through Facebook a lot.
Oh yeah?
Yep, I believe there is a way to place an ad from high level into Facebook or the app, or vice versa. I don't know, but you get that. Yeah, I saw that.
Oh yeah,
too.
yeah. So that's a great point. We'll actually be covering that. Not to get too into the topic, but for October 28th, how to get your first customer online for your small business.
Great.
We'll be covering Facebook ads and showing you how to get leads, how to get customers and sales through Facebook ads. Yeah. So like a 20% off if you use this Facebook coupon discount, and then you can set up a specific email automation for that Facebook coupon. So that's a type of way you can set up these different sequences. Yeah.
Okay, I guess we covered the typed questions so far. Oh no, Warshar has a new one, sorry. Okay, Christopher actually thanks you, saying very good information. Great job, Chris. Okay, thank you, Christopher. Varsha is asking, you both gave 2 names of email blast companies. Can you please type their names or repeat them? I'm gonna type them. My recommendation was Constant Contact. Again, no position here. Whatever else works for you. What was your recommendation, Chris?
My recommendation was either MailChimp or Go High Level.
Okay. MailChimp is one string or it's okay, one string. MailChimp, Go High Level.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so it's
Also,
3. Go ahead.
Yeah, 3 recommendations. I do want to also note, if you have email campaigns already, if you sent out email blasts, we can help, or if you want to do a consultation, I can basically help you revise them or kind of like tweak them to see how we can better improve them based on this template and what we're going through on today's presentation. So I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, and you can reach directly to Chris and tell them that you want a follow-up consultation.
Yeah.
Anybody out of the Middlesex are eligible for 1 hour follow-up consultation, but anybody in the Middlesex County can see Chris up to 3 hours for a particular question or issue until you get it resolved. Okay. Okay, I think we're wrapping up. Thank you guys very much. Thank you, Chris. I'm sorry I didn't share my screen at the beginning. I was reading through the slides without realizing that nothing was showing. Yeah.
Okay, Vera, thank you very much. And thank you everybody for attending today. I look forward to helping and serving you all in the future.
Thank you both for this. Good.
Bye. Keep yourself, aware of the upcoming classes with Chris and other classes. Good night, guys.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Bye.